Hello guys, welcome back to Tech Check where we explore the tech world with you. Today I'm going to be talking about the iPhone XR 2018, telling you if it's still worth it to buy in 2020. Here I have with me is the iPhone XR, which you can see is in vibrant yellow. I have been using the iPhone XR for over a little bit 5 months now, and I can assure you that the XR is an amazing phone in the Apple industry right now, and I can understand why it was a bestseller in its prime. This model has 123 gigabytes of storage with a weight just a little bit below 200 grams, and it has an A12 Bionic chip processor with 3 gigs of RAM. You may say that 3 gigabytes of RAM is less, and even I would agree with you at first. But after using it, I realized that 3 GBs is more than enough for me. Let's move on to talking about the specs of the iPhone. It has a LCD Liquid Retina, white color, and a True Tone display. Now there is one part of the XR that is very controversial. Its resolution, 326 pixels per inch. When the specs were released, people were disappointed. And I was too. But hold up, I'll be talking more about the display later on. Before using the iPhone, I had mixed feelings and was disappointed by the specs. But after using it, I even preferred it over the XS Max and the XS. But seriously, the iPhone XR was the perfect size for me. Bigger than the iPhone X and smaller than the iPhone XS Max. It has excellent Face ID and a single camera. It also has a USB-C charging type. Alright, now without wasting any other time, let's go on to the review. Starting off with the display. The iPhone is good for playing games and it's good to watch videos on too. They run smoothly and rarely lag. However, if you are a hardcore gamer and want a gaming mobile, then I do suggest to check out other phone models, like Razer. The XR has had a reputation for its display and statistics. It even has a PPI equivalent to the iPhone 4. Now, my first thought was how would Apple cover this up? And was the resolution really worth compromising? So I used it for a long time and I am pretty impressed by the display. It also has 120 Hz, which makes the usage really smooth. And I say that the iPhone XR's display will prove you wrong if you use it. Although it doesn't have the highest PPI in the phone industry, it is definitely not disappointing. The LCD Liquid Retina does improve the display a lot more. Like all the iPhone X series, even the iPhone XR has True Tone. And for the people using the phone in the dark, there's no problem because there is night mode and the temperature of the colors can be adjusted. The display is reasonably good for me, and even if you are a pixel peeper, the resolution is light years ahead of being blurred. Honestly, when I saw the bezel on the phone, it was thicker than the XS and the XS Max, and it may take some getting used to, but after a while, it was fine. Secondly, I feel like going down from a high PPI phone may make the XR look bad, but if you're somebody who has been using Apple phone, the second one is not going to be too much of an issue. Another problem I think is that the sides are made from aluminium and they can be scratched. Although it has never happened to me and wouldn't happen so easily to you either, there's still a possibility. About its camera. Both the iPhone XR and the XS have the same 12 megapixel wide angle camera with optical image stabilization for photos and videos. The front-facing 7 megapixel true depth camera also has cinematic video stabilization. The camera takes really crisp photos and the photos are sharp. Camera's photos are quite good and the photos are clear. Unless you're a heavy pixel peeper, the camera is very good. Let's continue with the battery life. The iPhone XR has a roughly 3000 mAh battery, which is undoubtedly good. The iPhone XR offers up to 25 hours of talk time, up to 15 hours of internet use, up to 16 hours of video playback, and up to 65 hours of audio playback. The battery life on the XR is impressive and is very lasting. I have till date never seen my phone be completely discharged after the end of the day, even after a maximum screen time of 8 to 9 hours. The main reason is because the phone is powered by an A12 bionic chip, and very little is used up by the screen. The charging is as efficient and allows the phone to go from 0 to 50% in less than 30 minutes. So for me, it's quite impressive battery-wise. Now, the iPhone XR is a competition to one phone in the Apple industry. I checked the specs of the iPhone 11. Both surprisingly, the iPhone XR is nothing short of the 11. Even the 11 has a 326 ppi and the XR is known to have better battery than the iPhone 11 despite being powered by an A13 bionic chip. But aside everything, they are quite similar phones and have minor differences. My opinion is that if you're planning to buy a phone and jumping from older models, the XR is a good option to consider. But that's my opinion. The iPhone 11 is a decent phone overall too, with few touches up from the iPhone XR. Unless you really want the iPhone 11 and those few touches up really matter to you, I recommend go for an XR. And if you have a big budget, go for the Pros. But that's another topic. As a summary, the XR has a few downsides, like the pixel per inch and the bezel, and maybe you may find more. But it is a good phone for me and was a bestseller. It has a slightly lower tag price and even lower after the release of the later models, but it is by no means a budget phone. It is a whole-rounded mobile and has good durability too. Well, I believe the XR was a phone for me, but is it the phone for you? Look at your pros and cons and how the phone suits you. Well, that's my opinion and the review. Thank you guys for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like down below if you like the content. You can also leave your comments down below on how we can improve our videos as well. With that being said, we just checked your tech. See you in our next video.